We actually did an interview with Eddie Griffin.
Okay.
Did you ever see the interview?
I saw the interview. Yeah, I saw it.
You saw the Eddie Griffin
Yes.
interview about Bill Cosby.
Yes.
And he feels that it's a conspiracy.
There is a systematic effort to destroy every black male entertainer's image. They want us all to have an actress by name.
Do you agree with them?
No.
Why is that?
The reason why I'm good, because see, everything I talk about, from my stand-up to my children to even you, I deal with logic. Logic never fails if your education is past the 10th grade. And my point is this: 4 and 4 is 8 every time. Whether you write 4 plus 4 or you could put 4 sticks plus 4, is always going to equal 8. There's no way in the world, and I've been in streets, I've been in crime, that you can get 50, 60 women for over 30 years to come together and agree as one. You can't get bitches to agree on lipstick and fucking pair of shoes. So you're not gonna get them to agree as one and say, oh, I'm gonna come up with this lie and that lie. It is what it is. Bill Cosby has to deal with his own situation. He put himself in there. So now there's a word, and this is what made me a better man. It's called accountability. And when you become a man and you have to deal with accountability, you have to embrace it. Now, was it wrong? Hell motherfucking yeah, because if he did it, that means he didn't know his talent. He didn't know what kind of man he was, because he was a strong, handsome man, no homo intended. He was smoking a nice cigar. He was rich. And women will fuck you, give him a cheeseburger. Women will fuck you, give him a business card, and niggas lie and get pussy. So here's an established man who got his shit together. All he had to do was take him out to dinner, fuck him, give him a few dollars, but he wasn't a player. So you got to be a player, and you got to have swag. You got to know that when you do cheat on your wife, who was actually his wife is beautiful, and that doesn't mean anything, because a lot of men out here now that got beautiful wives and cheat. But sticking to Bill Cosby, you break a bitch off. You give her a few dollars and let her know that you have some type of respect for yourself and her. But I'm just not gonna fuck you and disrespect you or put something in your drink to take advantage of you. I'm gonna use vocabulary, charm, and swag. Fuck you good. Might take you shopping. And if I got a bitch, baby, don't ever fucking call me again. Here's a few things for you. Boom, we out. And that's it. But it caught up with him. That's what crime does. It'll catch up to you if you don't stop.
You talk about Bill Cosby and him possibly not being a player or anything else like that. But I can tell you, and this is one of the things that Eddie Griffin brought up. He said,
did he rape these bitches? All of them said the same thing. We went to the room. Why would you go to the room of a known married man? Number one.
Meaning they're down to fuck anyways. I mean, I know that, when I was a DJ and I was going on tour, whenever a woman went up to my hotel room, we both knew what was going to happen. There was no gray area.
Right.
So what did these women, it seemed like these women were all down to fuck anyways.
Here's the thing. There's a word in here that nobody is looking at called manipulation, calling, disguising, and using who you are to lure people in. It's like a predator. They could be nice to you or something because they have this innocent look about you. And then the next thing you know, your ass is dead because they killed you because you never saw it coming. I think because Bill Cosby was the Jello man and et cetera, people let their guard down. Now, I'm not saying this for everybody. I'm not saying this for everybody. I just don't see all 30 of them agreeing. And if so, then they'll have to deal with their demons at a later time too. I totally agree with, some of them girls was really, really young, and some of them girls was little young women when this happened 30, 40 years ago. So as a man, if I didn't really rape you, I really felt the women should have kept it to themselves. It wasn't a need to keep bringing it up. But here's the thing by doing too much. If Bill Cosby would have never fucked with the girl at Temple University in 2004, no one would have ever talked about this again. But because the girl at Temple who got violated, she took it to trial or they had a deposition and he paid a civil case. Now, let's talk about facts now. When Michael Jackson got in trouble for molesting the boy, Michael Jackson paid that boy $20-something million. I said Michael Jackson did it because I'm telling you right now, if I didn't do something and motherfucker try to get $20 million out of me, I'm killing you. The same thing with Bill Cosby, he paid the woman off. I really feel in your heart, fuck what they say, oh, you don't want the bad publicity and other kind of shit. You ain't paying nobody millions of dollars if you didn't do it. Again, to the fans and people listening, this is just my opinion. This is just how I see it, and please respect it.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you could say that completely and say you would never pay someone off for something you didn't do. Because ultimately, you have to weigh the situation and say, okay, well, I got to pay this person $1 million, but I'm sitting on $500 million. So, and this potentially could land me in jail, which is worth way more than $1 million to me. So I'm just going to pay you $1 million.
Right, but that's why if you got $1 million to pay, you get a good attorney and you fight it. I'm telling you. Now, my situations with crime, and I beat all my cases because I had good attorneys. And my situation is facts, right? If I know I'm innocent, unless I was truly set up, because sometimes people are set up. Some people go to jail and never did it, but most of the people go to jail who never did it never had attorneys. Or they confessed to the crime, and good example is 48 hours. These kids are gangsters on the street, they get them in the room, and everybody has always told people all they fucking life, don't say shit unless you have an attorney. Half the detectives don't even have nothing on these dudes, but because they admit to the crime, now they found guilty and they go away. And that's what the cops are looking for. They are looking for an opportunity to get you. That's why they say, shut the fuck up until you have an attorney present, then proceed. Because they have to build a case against you.
Leo froze it, man. You know, we can't do it right now.
Right, because this was the Migos Thuggin' project, right?
Yeah, that was gonna be a big project too, but Leo, you know, blocked the play.
Michael K. Williams told me, he was like, if you want to make it in this industry, you have to switch it up, because you just want to be typecast. What, you just playing all gangster movies?